Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie and we are here to discuss more things about eczema and in particular my journey through how, how to improve things, how to get rid of my eczema. So my first video, I uploaded it about 8 months ago and I gave you guys a whole list of my go-to products, which I rewatched it and I was like, yeah, those are still my pretty solid products. But there were actually quite a few things that changed within the 8 months of me continuing. As you can see, right now I am not wearing any makeup. I'm only using one cream, which I'll be telling you about in a minute. So as you can see, I am having an eczema flare-up. I stopped the TSW, the topical steroid withdrawal. That whole it's this thing where a lot of people will just stop using steroid creams, which is actually not the best thing. I even when I was going to a naturopath, he said that sometimes it's best if you just don't stop cold turkey. The goal is to wean off of it, not necessarily to stop cold turkey. So if there's anybody out there who is doing that and it's been like a lot of months and you're not seeing improvement, that might not be the best route. And come on, let's just make your life better. Let's try some new things. And I'm here to tell you guys that for me, turns out that I actually have allergies. So I want to start back from basically where I left off with my last video. I finally ended up going to a dermatologist. I can't believe I've never been to one before, just because I felt like I would be getting the same responses that I'd been getting from other doctors, where it's just like, oh wow, you have really bad eczema, steroid creams, don't smother yourself in a lotion and don't take too many showers, just stuff like that. So finally because I went to the naturopath and I know a lot of stuff that he said was true, as in, change your diet, have a good diet, you want to get to a better place mentally, stuff like that. But in the end, it actually made my eczema worse because I started taking supplements. I stopped cold turkey on the steroid cream, and yeah, it was so hard after that. I've done it. I did it for a couple of months, for a while actually, where I was going through the topical steroid withdrawal, where my skin was just so bad. It was like right now it's just really my pits, my neck, and my face that have it the worst. But at that time, it was like everything. My arms, my legs, my feet were just as bad. Like everything was equally as bad. I was just flaking. My skin felt 3 times too small. I was in pain. I couldn't move. And you guys, that took me to such a dark place. It was so hard to wake up in the morning and want to be ready for the day, because it was like, I just knew it was just going to be hard. So I think I started thinking of my other options when that was not the path that I was taking. Because actually, once I stopped taking the supplements, my skin got better. It was still really bad, but it got better. So I finally went to go see, first I went to go see an allergist because I was like, maybe I'm allergic to something, because I'm not originally from Washington State, which is where I'm at now. I'm from the East Coast. And, there's like a lot of pine trees and there's like a lot of molds in the Pacific Northwest. So I was like, maybe that's it. Or like maybe I'm allergic to eggs or milk or wheat, which is what a lot of people who deal with eczema, they actually have allergies to that. So I went to an allergist and I got tested. And keep in mind, when you get tested, like if you can, find insurance, find something to cover you, because it is so expensive. But getting tested, especially if you're dealing with all these skin problems and it's not going away, it's worth it. So whatever you can do, find the resources where you can take the skin patch test and just like general allergy test. So I got tested, and I do have allergies, but not like none of the allergies were like super severe to be causing the reaction I'm having. But it was like, you know, pine trees, cedar trees, grass, mold, basically stuff like that. So I started taking antihistamines every day, which would be like Zyrtec or Benadryl, and that actually made an improvement. As in, I wasn't like twitching all the time because I would get so itchy sometimes. Like I would just be like twitching. So the antihistamines really helped with that, with the taking away the itch, if you know what I mean. It really helps. So I've been taking those every day. And no, it's not my ideal to be doing that every day, but if it gets me through this right now, um, taking an antihistamine might really help. Help you because it's helped me. Also, I have like an allergy to cats and stuff like that, and so many of my friends have cats, so it was like, you know, sometimes just taking it just gets you ready because you know you don't want to be like, oh, I can't come over because you have a cat, you know, like it just sucks, you know. So taking antihistamines has really helped. Um, Next, what I'm gonna tell you, I after that he was like, the allergist was like, okay, but all these things they're not really enough to be the reason for why you're having this reaction. I really recommend that you go see a dermatologist because that is their specialty. It's skin. It's like duh, but for me in my head, I'm just like, oh, I just don't want to go through that crap again of where they're like, well, use steroid cream and do this, you know. So like, but I was desperate. So I finally ended up going to a dermatologist, and actually, that was probably the best thing that I could have done. I'm really sad that I didn't do that first. I should have done it first. So, if anything, before going the natural way, I would still suggest going to a dermatologist because you never know what allergies you might have. So, when I went to go see the dermatologist, um, she was like, you know what, we're gonna do a patch test. We're gonna do a skin patch test. Basically, it's like this huge like sticker thing that they stick on your back, and it like exposes your skin. Each square exposes your skin to like anything you could think of, anything, like anything that would be in your body wash, your lotion, your makeup, um, hand soap, just anything you could think of, jewelry, and just see if you get a reaction from that. And you wear it for I think I wore it for like 2 days, and it's nasty, but I finally went in and got it checked, and I had somebody take a picture of my back, and you could see these like specific little squares that were causing this like red patchy skin reaction. And my dermatologist told me something that I didn't know, but people with eczema are more prone to develop new allergies because your skin is just exposed all the time. It's possible that you could have developed an allergy to something in your lotion or your body wash. So the crazy thing is that I found out that I was allergic to propylene glycol and this other thing that I can't even pronounce it, but it's like cocamidine propylene betaine, whatever. Anyways, those two, and nickel, but more so to the other two. And I wish I had the picture I could show you guys, but when I went home and after I found out that those were the things that I was allergic to, I went home and went through all of my like lotions and things I've been using to see if those things were in the ingredients. And it was in most of the lotions that I had bought. It was in the steroid cream that some of my doctors had prescribed me. And it was in, so I work at like a cafe, so you know, you have to like wash your hands a lot. It was in the soap. It was literally everywhere. It was in my mascara. Um, and that was just so mind-blowing to know that um, I had been like, no wonder my body was reacting this way, like full body reaction, because I've literally been like smothering myself, body wash, lotioning myself 3 times a day, including the steroid creams, and washing my hands at work with products that I'm allergic to. And so that was such a crazy time. So I ended up getting rid of most of my beauty products, except for quite a few of the ones that I showed in the other video. That's probably why I suggested them, was because like they were the only ones that weren't giving me like a reaction, because I was probably allergic to everything. So but like the Aveeno body wash that I showed you guys that had helped me in the past, I had developed an allergy to one of the ingredients in there. And so it got to a point where it wasn't helping me anymore. So just keep that in mind. If you like are doing the topical steroid withdrawal and it's not helping and you haven't taken a skin patch test, I would highly suggest doing that because you might be allergic to a lot of the products, because when you have eczema, you use so many lotions and body washes all the time, and you're smothering yourself in it all the time, and you could be allergic to it. So what the heck, like get your coverage and figure it out, because that test was like $500, just so you know. So if you're covered, you don't have to worry about that, but just do it. So basically what happens after you find out what your allergy is, they give you access to your safe list. Basically, like, you can like look at all the shampoos and all the lotions and all the stuff that you can use that do not have those your allergens in them. And it's really stressful because like here was one experience I had. So my favorite mascara is Maybelline. I love using Maybelline Great Lash. And, I checked in my safe list and I was like, oh, yeah. I'm not, it's safe, So I used the Maybelline Great Lash. And the minute I put it on, my eyes just started getting puffy and just irritated under my eye. And I was like, I feel like I'm having a reaction to this, but I thought it was on my safe list. So I went back and I checked my safe list, and it didn't say Maybelline Great Lash. It said Maybelline Great Big Lash. And so I was like, why? Why are these two mascaras different? Why, like, does this one have propylene glycol in it, and why does this one not? And, like, just the fact that, like, so if you get a safe list, I also recommend, like, make sure you're getting exactly what it says, because like you think, like, in my head it's like, oh, it's only like a little different, it's the same brand. I'm like, it'll be fine. No, like, don't do that. So obviously I got rid of the one that I was allergic to and then went and bought the one that was the Maybelline Great Big Lash, and I can wear it and it doesn't irritate my skin. So, yeah, it's very, very restricting on the things that you can buy. Honestly, it saved me money, though. It saved me money because, like, it's good to get a safe list, because then you know exactly what you can get and it's not gonna like give you a reaction. Before, I used to have so many lotions, so many body washes, because I would use it and then it would just like stop working, or it would hurt me, so like I would stop using it. But my general rule of thumb right now is just to go completely fragrance free if I can, and just like stick with my safe list and just listen to what my dermatologist says before I like change my method. So basically, I have gotten back on the steroid creams and I hate that. But the truth is that it's not really good to stop cold turkey. It's actually really dangerous, especially if you have been using steroid creams in the past. And also, if you have a terrible allergic reaction, you need to get your skin back to a place where it's like manageable and you can like still function through your everyday life. And going to the naturopath made my skin so much worse that I was willing to go back to the steroid creams. But in the long run, I don't want to use steroid creams anymore. So I made my dermatologist aware of this. I was like, listen, I don't like using steroid creams. They make me nervous. I hate it. I really don't want to use them anymore. And she introduced me to this new cream that I feel like is not as well known. And I'm actually in the process of trying it. And in the future, I'll definitely post a video saying how I feel about it, but it's called Epiceram, and it's a controlled release skin barrier emulsion. Yeah, but this is what it looks like. And basically, what it is it is steroid free. It's a steroid free cream that basically creates like a barrier on your skin. First of all, it helps moisturize it. And I have more to say on that part. It helps moisturize it, but it also helps. So you know how like when you use steroid creams, it like weakens your skin. It like strips it and makes it like thin, and that's why your eczema comes back like 3 times as worse when you stop using it. Well, Epiceram does the opposite. It actually gives you and I need to find the I had like there's more information on what exactly it gives you, but it gives your skin what it needs to properly heal itself. Supposedly, I'm still using this, um so yeah, it's and I want to say like how I feel about it so far. It's really interesting. It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever tried anything like this because it's not like I'm just using regular lotion. It's the strangest thing. Like, so I used steroid creams I was using steroid cream once a day for about 2 weeks, and then I stopped. And that was about 4 days ago. And I've been using this on my face and my skin, and just like lotion, and still taking my antihistamines. And it's interesting because it doesn't work like steroids, where like steroid cream, you put it on, and if you're lucky, it like your eczema just immediately gets better, and then like the next 2 days it's like completely gone. But it's a lie, because then when you stop using it, your eczema comes back and it's like so bad, which is exactly what's happening now to me, because I've been using steroid creams. So it's like, my eczema just comes back really bad when I'm done. So this has been interesting because when I put it on, it does like, and it does warn you about this, it does sting a little bit for about 10 to 15 minutes, but it gives me relief. It like right now, and I only put this on with no lotion because I'm not sure. I'm experimenting. Yesterday I used this, and then I put on shea butter, but it was, or like my lotion I've been using, and it just kind of like made me really red and like irritated. And I was like, maybe it's because of the lotion, because usually when I'm having a really bad flare up, um, sometimes nothing helps. Like any lotion, it just doesn't help, and it just feels like I just put on a layer of something, and my skin's not absorbing it, and it's just getting red and irritated, and my face is greasy, and so it doesn't do anything. But the Epiceram is different because like after the 15 minutes of maybe like a little bit of burning just by itself, it it actually feels like it's calmed down a little bit. Like it's still there, but it's bearable. That's the key word, is that it just feels better. And also, I'm really surprised that my eyes aren't swollen shut. And I think it's probably because of the Epiceram. But keep in mind, if you do end up using this, keep in mind it's steroid free. You can use it on your face, you can use it on your armpits, which are really sensitive areas, which is why this is so great. And it also makes it bearable for you to go steroid free for a little bit, for a while. But it doesn't really start, you have to use it for a while before it really starts working, which is why I can't really tell you guys how I feel about it, because I haven't been using it religiously like I should. But also, this is really great if you have skin allergies, because I realized that I have an allergy to propylene glycol, which is in vape juice. And oh my gosh, everybody in the state of Washington vapes. It's like the hip cool thing to do. But it's like, and this is why one of the reasons why I think I'm having such a bad reaction is because I've been like hanging out with my friends, and also my coworker, she vapes, and she just like jokingly blew, like the vape smoke in my face, and I was like, ha ha ha, funny. But after that, my eyes started swelling up, and I was like, "Why is this happening?" And it was like I looked at the ingredients, her vape juice, because I was sitting in her car, and it said propylene glycol, and I was like, "What in the world?" So honestly, I think that's why I'm probably breaking out. But this helps protect you from any outside allergens. It's like it's a barrier. It protects you. So yeah. Um, but I don't know. I just want to tell you guys, give you an update on my journey because the topical steroid withdrawal was not the way for me. Too depressing, too dark. I still want to enjoy my life. You know what I mean? And the naturalist, he did have some good points, but honestly, he was making it worse. So, yeah, keep in mind that you might actually have some allergies and that you should probably figure out what you're allergic to before you do that. Or else you'd be in my situation. But anyways, yeah, thank you for stopping by. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, any questions, any suggestions. You know, have a good one.